president said, watch what happens to these deranged scumbags today, and he wasn't kidding.
What's your message to voters who may be concerned about the potential for rising gas prices?
Well, I think your gas prices, as soon as that's over, are going to come tumbling down along with everything else. I think it's going to be, you're going to see a very big decrease in the price of gasoline, gas, anything having to do with energy.
I think I have tremendous support on this. This is something that's been incredible. I have the best poll numbers I've ever had now.
Yeah.
And it's not because of this. I think we've just, the economy is great. It's a little bit of we take a little winding road for a little while, but we have to wipe out the evil. It's an evil curse. They're evil people. And hey, we wiped out their Navy. We wiped out their Air Force. We wiped out everything there is to wipe out.
This is the current stock market update for SoFi Technologies, stock ticker SOFI. Before we begin with today's stock market analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons. Leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. We are looking at the 4-hour time frame in this chart. Each candle represents a 4-hour trading period, and there are a couple of different ways you can look at the current situation. I did recently look at a video from this person, Invest with Corey. He appears to be attempting to do technical analysis at this point. And what he did say was that, we would see a break of, let's really zoom in here. I believe that he was looking at sort of this level here. He doesn't know what he's doing. Let me just make that clear first. But, he was saying something like if we see a break of about 1960, that gives you clear sailing to, reclaim those prior highs at these elevated levels. Well, clearly that's not going on here. What we can see, you have to actually look at the price action. You can't start with a bias. I know a lot of people think that I have a bias for this stock, but you can't start with a bias. You have to start with what the price action is actually doing. And in this case, it is very clear that all of the momentum is centered in the negative direction. You're also starting to break through a fairly important Fibonacci support level, which would be seen around $17.90. The reason that this region price area is so important is because it's the 618 retracement of a major trending price movement. So if we go back to roughly $8.55 into about $32, as we can see here, this is clearly the dominant trend wave. So, you have to look at what the price action, I know he's watching these videos, Corey. You need to look at what the price action is doing, not what you want it to do. And it is very clear that all of the momentum is focused on the downside. This has been true for quite some time. And there are many clues that are currently visible in the moving average convergence divergence. So, I understand that a lot of people are blaming the situation on this Iraq, same fucking difference if you ask me, except for probably the length of time of the war. But a lot of people are kind of drawing comparisons to these long drawn out wars. And there are comments from people in Iran saying that this war will not be ending anytime soon. I don't believe any of that is actually true. I do think that the war will be ending somewhat soon, and the overall effect on the market is going to be mostly centered in the oil space. Blaming these recent declines on the war in Iran, this really has nothing to do with SoFi. And if you look at the actual price action, the main area that you need to be watching from a short-term perspective comes into play right around here, which would be maybe $17.10 or so, because you see a clear break from there, then there's no question at this point that you have broken through the 618 retracement. And if what Invest with Corey was saying, if that's true in the positive direction, it's also true in the negative direction. The point that he was trying to make was that, there's not a lot of resistance once you break above, what was this, 1960. I don't even agree with that. I think that's, you've got $21.90, $22 to contend with as well. There would be further resistance areas. It's not clear sailing. But, if you're going to make those types of assertions and say that, a break of resistance is gonna give you a lot of room to the top side. The same would also have to be true to the downside as well. And there's not a lot of support to be found after roughly 1790. I mean, you could maybe make the argument that about 1390 might give you some support. That would be the 786 retracement. But the 786 retracement tends to not have as much impact as the 618 retracement, and you still have to deal with the negative momentum reading that has been in place for quite a while. I mean, this goes all the way back to the prior all-time highs. there was a very clear, obvious bearish divergence that was present as the stock was making those highs. And if we look at the more recent price action, this is interesting as well, because, what are we seeing here? I mean, take a look at that indicator reading. There's a lot of information here that people just sort of gloss over. You need to look at the indicator reading. What is happening right here? As you can see, there was a movement out of oversold territory. We did see a little bit of a bounce here in the momentum reading, but not really in share prices. Share prices didn't really respond in the same way. Much smaller arrow if we're looking at the actual share price movement. Okay, so the effect here is not, the movement out of oversold territory is not having the effect that people would like to see, and you're failing right into the zero line. This is very important. It's very obvious and very important. Corey, I know that you're watching this. You're failing right here, and that's significant because you're not able to break above the zero line, number one, and you're also not able to break above this prior downtrend in share price momentum, number two. So, you're breaking through 1790. I mean, it's almost a certainty at this point. I am not here to make predictions. I'm here to tell you what is most probable. So that is the most probable outcome at this stage. And we can continue to blame this on the war if we like, but even if that's true, and you're long SoFi stock, what you're going to have to deal with is the large retail presence. Just think about what people are mostly doing at this point. Do you think that people are saying, okay, well, SoFi is a great company. I love this CEO. There's a major dip here. Wow, what a great deal. Do you think that they're buying? Do you think that they're thinking, what is the majority thinking? Are they thinking, well, now it's a great time to buy because it's so much cheaper? Or are they thinking that all of this prior meme stock nonsense was just a complete sham? Look at these thumbnails. SoFi stock will 5x. This is 2021. We were hearing the exact same thing in 2025 and 2026. We've got guys like this bragging about his hair plugs. He bought hair plugs with whatever he made, with whatever money he got out of this SoFi run to the top side. I'm surprised he took any gains at all. I don't think he took very many gains. I think he took just enough to get some hair plugs, which is what he said in his video. SoFi did not 3x. SoFi did not go to $50. And a lot of people were caught into the trade at these elevated levels. What happened? The stock collapses. Those people are not going to wait around and buy the dips. They're going to get out of this trade, and they're going to be very disillusioned. They are not coming back, and they are not going to save this stock from a collapse into the low double digits.